Are they receiving us?
We are broadcasting.
We are broadcasting. Incredible. Oh yeah, we just don't have any viewers yet. That's how
that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Oh.
It usually takes 7 minutes, right? For maximum.
I mean, it's probably something like that. That is. I don't know that number, but
I've heard it said that 7 minutes after you go live is when
people are really like.
That's when people show, yeah, because they get the ping, That's why I think a lot of.
I'm curious, if no one's around to hear the tree, do we still let it fall? What's your philosophy on that? Or do we just sort of say,
hold it up?
Yeah.
We hold it up until it's ready to fall. Well, what we do, Jamie, is we vamp.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Like, if it's
I'm great at vamping.
Yeah, we vamp a little. We also click through to try and find the waves sound effect.
I did college radio. I'm amazing at vamping.
But vamping for who? Like, I guess what I'm asking
for literally dead air. That's what college radio is.
Sure.
College radio is like everything's borked and needs to be fixed, so my co-host is going to go do stuff, and I'm gonna vamp for our like one listener.
Not for nobody, for just 9,000.
Yeah.
Very opposite.
Just to warn you all, I did sort of double the intensity of the sound effects and music just now, so you can tweak
just now.
Tweak the volume as need be of your stream.
I'm not hearing it.
No, I'm also the intensity for me is 0 as well.
Yeah, so it has doubled.
That's not good. But you've got the screen share.
Yeah, I got the little guy. I can see it.
All right, I'm taking it down. Do another. Do it again. One more time. Go live.
Hit us, baby, one more time.
Doink. How about now?
Nope.
Can you crank it real hard? How about now? Make it real loud. Are you hearing anything? Waves?
Hearing nothing. Hearing absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Full volume, nothing.
Yeah.
Can't be heard. Okay. Let me.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna hit hard when it finally hits.
I know. No. I turned it down again. I think I know. I'm gonna try quitting this. I have all these. I've installed all these applications that just interfere with my audio in various ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Discord wants to know if that was a smiley face experience. Okay, try now. Any juice? Okay.
Yeah, still nothing.
I have a few more tricks up my sleeve.
I don't know why wouldn't it be
right? Unless there's like a checkbox I didn't check.
It does seem like it's a checkbox scenario.
Oh, like share audio of stream or something like that?
A classic checkbox scenario.
A classic Chekhov's box.
Chekhov's box.
Chekhov. Okay. All right. Well.
Hey, Jess 9000 and Cosmo Coco, how you doing? We're just vamping right now. We're gonna see if we can get some sound effects to play.
Doing some techie.
Let me try the.
Kinda.
See if you can hear this. Let me lay this on you. Can you hear this? Okay.
I don't think
no,
so.
cannot.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just I'm gonna try like one more thing. I don't have to like pipe this in here, do I? Like manually? There's no like that's the opposite of what I want to be doing is like piping the thing in there manually.
You really need acapella waves.
Loop back. I'm gonna now let's try.
Yeah,
there was something. I heard something. That's something.
I turned off the application that I usually use to pipe things into other things because I think Discord has its own piping.
So I had
pipes at cross purposes. All right, here, finally. Ooh, oh, there it is.
Oh, those are some waves.
How's the temperature on that? How's the audio temperature?
Some loud waves.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm very
well, you'll be happy to. There, it's at like 7% audible, so you can just imagine
how loud it could get. I'll turn it down.
Like in real life, it's so loud.
60% on my end, so that way.
Yeah. You want just enough. You want just enough of that juice.
75, maybe.
Yeah. Oh wait, somebody's chatting. Somebody's chatting. Ooh. Oh, hello. Draco85. Hello. 4 o'clock at night in Denmark.
Ooh.
Wow. Hey, Lothar, subscribe to Tier 1.
Woo!
Congratulations and thank you and everything. Gotta get on this Twitch schedule. Yeah, we're on the Twitch schedule.
No, do you have your schedule updated with the show, like on your Twitch page?
No, actually, I don't. Because you can't do that mobile. So I didn't do that. I made sure not to remember that. But next time. So I think that's what you mean. I think that probably that's what you mean. And I don't want to load. Oh wait, that's right. I made a shortcut for this. Email me. Okay, email me, and then I'll say email me. Update the Twitch schedule, and then that in the background will send me an email. Cool. Sounds like an ad for an IBM machine in 1991. Cosmo Coco, the channel points, is it a duck or a rabbit? You tell me. Hey everybody, I changed the channel points to bunny ducks.
Pretty sure it's Pokemon.
I don't know what that means.
It's a classic illusion. Here, I turned on my heater. How does that sound, Sean? Does that sound bad? Or should I turn on my noise canceling?
Oh, no, you shouldn't. You're good.
Okay.
I heard
Jess 9000 missed last time, but wants to... Okay.
I can hear it in the background only while you're talking, I think.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Here, hold on. That's because you should only be hearing it when my face is lit up in green. And what I'm going to do is I am actually going to use crisp. I'm going to turn on the horrible crisp once more. There, now it should be completely removed with the power of AI.
Okay, you should not ask me these sorts of questions because I am not going to give you reasonable answers.
Okay.
Just ask Kyla in the future.
I was saying Jess 9000. Jess 9000 wants to voice her undying love of Scrunglebird. Would appreciate a brief recap of where the your bird friend is. Okay.
Well, yeah, we can do that.
All right, let's do this. Let's weave. Previously, or let's do it previously on. This is not woven. This is just previously on. Previously on Blue California. There was, you know what I realized is I don't like to look into the camera while I'm talking, like while I'm looking into my head. So that's why I avoid the camera for most of the stream. Okay, So previously, what happened
So
last
wait,
time
sorry, we do the
was
previously and then the music and then camera?
we do previously, and then I'm gonna do a little then I'm gonna do a little flavored introduction
Okay. Previously,
with my special voice, and then I'm
intro.
gonna hit the music.
Okay, cool.
So
Got
you
it.
just switch to the next scene after
I'll just
the
wait for
title
the music.
is
Okay.
over. Yeah. Okay. Well, previously, what happened was that was this last time or the time before? Yeah,
We fought some.
Once upon a time.
Some heavy equipment.
We did do that.
Yeah, that was this last time. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So after Scrunglebird had disappeared into the catacombs beneath City Hall and saw, oh my gosh, wait, Jess, you missed last time. So you missed, yes, under in the catacombs, it saw a massive, impossibly tall and huge crystalline gull filled with swirling fog that was wrapped in red tape. And beside it were the trunk-like legs made out of strange wood of another figure that was crumpled and crumbled into just ruin. And then Scrunglebird tried to flirt with the giant seagull and then tried to free it from the red tape and ended up also ensconced in the red tape and adhered to it.
Scrunglebird is captured.
Yes. Oh, Jess did go back and listen to it. That's great. So then what happened next was our heroes got yeeted out of City Hall, and they were tipped off by another bird that Greaves and the construction crew were tearing down the road that separated the invasive forest from the beach, which is bad news, bears. So in the night, they went and they sort of did like a Dungeons and Dragons attack on the Bobcat, which like the piece of heavy equipment. Yeah, and then Greaves, oh yeah, and among that, Coda used his strange powers to corrode and crumple the back of this piece of heavy equipment, which is the first time I think we've seen Coda do something bizarro and out of the ordinary. And then Greaves signed a sort of sudden ordinance to make the forest open 24 hours instead of 6 to 6. And so the forest roared back to life and began undulating wildly as it does. And then it slapped Coda. Coda fell over. The gulls went to go get Jake Lopez to make some calls to help everybody. Coda found himself in the perfect beach with a perfect stillness, and then Nesty, the milk chocolate leviathan, rose out of the waters and said, "Why don't you ever call me?" Okay. All right. I'm ready now to weave.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
Before we weave, because I have in my notes, I feel pretty good about my notes. But in my notes, I have Frosted Tips Bird takes one for the team. Do we have a resolution on that? Is Frosted Tips Bird okay?
I mean, I don't remember Frosted Tips Bird getting owned, but it's not like I go back and.
I think I tried to like create a distraction, but I don't think Frosted Tips Bird took harm. Let me double check my notes.
All right.
Yeah, no, I have only listed harm as one Scrunglebird.
Okay.
Scrunglebird.
Unfortunately, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't have an AI assistant that. So Discord, please get on that. AI, please add AI. Okay.
More AI in here.
Okay, I'm gonna weave now.
All right.
I'm gonna weave. it's nighttime, but that is no longer deterring the invasive forest, which is quickly, powerfully, and horribly living up to its name as it thunders forward across the ruins of the road that was just torn down by Greaves and company. Our heroes are suffering. Coda lies motionless on the ground, having been brained by a massive tree limb. LJ is somewhere between existence and non-existence in this and other timelines. And the gulls have taken a bit of attrition, and most recently have flown over to, one gull has flown over to Jake Lopez's place of residence nearby and drawn him out the window, where he looks and sees the ruckus and says, I gotta make some calls. And famously, Coda is now staring into the eyes of Nesty, the milk chocolate Leviathan. Welcome to Blue, California. Whoops. Welcome back, welcome back. Good to see you all once more. Here in the land of wildness. Now, I gotta ask, I'm gonna leave it up to you. I was gonna do a little editing, but I've decided to leave it up to you who we pick up with here. Because you're all in like very liminal states.
It's true.
Yeah. So whoever feels power compel them, raise your hand.
I mean, I definitely feel like I was on in a cliffhanger scenario.
Yeah. Okay.
I would love to figure out what the hell is going on with Coda.
Yeah, I was trying to decide whether to jump right back into the cliffhanger or do the buried the lead cliffhanger thing that they do sometimes.
I get that, but if you're gonna give me the option, then I'm gonna.
Oh, we're too curious.
I'm gonna jump in.
All right, too curious. Yeah. Okay. Here. So, after rising slowly out of the ocean, Nesty the Milk Chocolate Leviathan looked at you, Coda, and said, "It's me, Coda, Nesty the Milk Chocolate Leviathan. Why haven't you called?"
Milk. What? What? What are you, man?
That's right. Don't you remember me, Coda? Don't you? I thought we had some special times together.
Coda
If you
does
don't remember me, I'm gonna cry a whipped cream tear.
Coda does not remember a milk chocolate Leviathan. And Coda is a little bit at a loss. Listen, man, don't cry. I don't want you to cry, but I don't know who you are and where are we? Why are you here?
That's a good question, Coda. And unfortunately, I can't tell all of that to you all at once or your brain would melt. In fact, I chose this form to make you comfortable.
I think
Otherwise, your brain would melt.
was this
Think
the
back, Coda.
wait, hold on. This
Think
is the
back
only
as far
form that
as you
wouldn't.
can.
Okay,
It's
Coda-
one of them.
Coda's gonna think back
from your memories.
Wait, from my memories? Coda's gonna think
Yes.
back. Does Coda recognize this Fudgy the Whale ass chocolate
Tell us
Leviathan?
about Coda, tell me about your 3rd birthday party.
Well,
I can help if you want. That was a
yeah, I mean,
was
you
yeah.
can. 3 is pretty young. I don't know that Coda has like
actually
sharp
yeah,
memories.
wait, how about like 7?
Okay.
No, look, if
7?
there's one thing I know nothing about, it's children.
Fair enough. Okay, 7. Yes, Coda has some memories of his 7th birthday party. It was surfer themed,
Okay.
like almost all of his birthday parties, from age probably 6 to 17, and he invited. I mean, I'm sure LJ was there. Probably. I'm guessing. Did we
LJ
meet in
was
high
there.
school? Maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like we probably were at each other's birthday parties early on.
Oh yeah, I was there. I brought ice cream.
Oh, of course.
Ooh.
You got invited
Oh
to
my
a lot of
God.
birthday parties.
Where was this party? Was it at someone's home, or was it out at like one of those sort of party commercial venues?
Yeah, I think that there's like a couple of picnic tables and a grill out on the sand. And so we
Okay.
like strung up some helium balloons, and I probably ordered pizza rather than having anybody actually grill up. But like had folks, a bunch of 7-year-olds in bare feet, running around the beach, playing with beach balls.
That's awesome.
And what are the like wave boards, like paddle boards that we called surfboards?
Oh yeah, sure. Like yeah, there's all sorts of boards that could be wave or boogie or paddle.
Yeah.
So bunch of boards. So LJ, I didn't. Anyway, this game, I think I'm the master of it, but it keeps surprising me because LJ, you did bring dessert. You were raised in the dessert business. So why don't you tell us about the special nesty dessert that you brought that day?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, Nesty. So like Nesty the chocolate. Like I think that what it was is it was pretty. I mean, I think it was pretty similar to a Fudgy the Whale, except it was layered inward. That's why it was called Nesty. So it starts with chocolate on top. Inside that is sort of this pink, somewhat gross. Like it's like a quadro Neapolitan thing. A chocolate
Amazing.
layer
Yeah.
on top. Some
Kind of a
like
turducken.
strawberry guts and some white underneath, and then inside mint. I don't know why they thought that mint would go with those other flavors, but like right at the center is a green mint core.
That's great.
And we roll up
let's.
in the cart. We bring it in the cart and like bring it out with some ado.
That's okay. Okay. That's cool. And then it comes to that time of the evening when everyone digs into Nesty. And I guess what I want to do is just imagine a bunch of little spoons spooning into Nesty, and then we're gonna filmically just crossfade to the present where Nesty says, "Do you remember now, Coda?"
I remember like a cake, man. I don't know why you're real. Why are you real?
Well, Coda, you see, I am real and I'm not real. Let's. I have to try to tell you these things, Coda. but I'm speaking to you from a vast difference. Oh, a vast distance. Can you... That was on me. That was a little Lee special.
Yeah.
Kodak, could you
Sounded
just
familiar.
to kick things off
Okay.
here? Could you just roll for like something?
Yeah, I can roll.
guess
Do you want me to
Prince.
do like I feel like what's it
Assess
called?
reality.
Assessing reality. Assessing reality. Is
Yeah,
what I'm trying
do
to
the
do here.
one that sort of gives us some structure to our conversations.
I'm sort of desperate to do this, and also not good at it under even normal circumstances. So I have a -1, which brings that 8 to a 7, which I think is still a hit.
Okay.
I think that's a partial success. So on a 7 to 9, I get to hold one to ask a question. What happened here with my best fruit? Are there dangers? What is useful or valuable? What here is not what it appears to be? Who or what is really in control?
What here is not what it appears to be. The giant chocolate.
Here is what it appears to be.
What you see is
on
what
a
you
10
get.
plus hold 2. I see. Okay, so yes, I just get to ask a question, which I think what I'm really curious about is the like what here is not what it appears to be, because I think I know the answer to that, but I that is the thing that I am most interested in.
Okay. What here is not what it appears to be. Well, okay. Since you already know that Nesty has taken a form
Yeah.
that is not its native self, it's gonna say, Coda, I'll give you a glimpse of my true nature.
Okay. Oh God, what
and
have I
it
done?
kind of like locks eyes with you, and like it's sort of like your eyes lose focus, and as they do, it's two giant bulbous cartoon happy eyes sort of merge into one as you stare
my
through
God.
him. And then for a moment, from inside out, your bones are just filled with like the power of the oceans throughout the earth, and like the tides are just are flowing through your circulatory system, and you in that moment you feel the threat of this icy ocean to just pull you under forever. But then in the next half moment, it's you hear a pop, like a, and you're back on that beach
Okay.
with Nesty.
I'm on the beach. And just so that I can picture it, first of all, is Nesty like a whale leviathan or like a brachiosaur?
Nesty is Nesty is a Loch Ness monster themed fake.
Okay, got it. Got it. I can picture that perfectly
exactly.
in my mind.
Yeah.
Is Nesty like on the shore with me? Or in the water?
No, Nesty is in the water.
And
you're on the shore.
How Leviathan are we talking about? This is like
pretty Leviathan.
Okay.
I'd say like 6.5 out of 10.
Okay. All right.
Verging on 7.
How big?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
smaller than
I didn't know if that's what you were asking. Yeah. No, it's actually like not impossibly huge, you know?
Okay.
Some things I've described as impossibly huge. Nesty's probably
like a bus or like a big horse?
Like a hill, like its back is big enough that it's like a hill, but like you could climb up it in theory.
Like
ride it.
like
A bus
one step down from Godzilla size.
buses?
Like
oh, compared to Godzilla's, no, it's not Godzilla. It's maybe 2 to 3 stories tall on its back.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
And it's yeah.
Okay, Nesty. That's terrifying. Why are you showing me this?
That's a really good question, Coda. I'm glad you asked it that way. You see, appearing to you sometimes, this is as weird for me as it is for you, and so it's easy to get lost in these conversations. Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
About 4 hungry hippos.
Okay.
All right, you're really putting me through my paces here. Hold on. All right, let's get some. Once upon a time, there was a little zone near the sea. And things were in balance. But then one day, a bunch of Europeans showed up. And then they started to elicit behaviors that could be roughly categorized into 4 striving, battling, destructive sub-nations. One of them is exemplified by City Hall, and you know that already, Coda, don't you? You can feel it in your bones. And then there's the good upstanding people too, Coda. And then there's the people that there's the people that creep up from below. I don't mean that literally. That sounds really strange, but and then of course there's just everything else that threatens to tear the world apart. Whoa.
Okay. I was following you for a little while there.
We're going to be doing virtual reggae here. Listen, Coda, that kind of got away from me. But the point is that Blue California stands on a needle's edge, on a knife's point, threatening to be pulled out of balance by these hungry hippos. But that's not what Blue California is, Coda. Because what it is sea and sand and fog and forest.
Okay. And the hippos are gonna eat the sea and the sand and the fog of the forest? I'm trying to follow you.
Yeah.
Nesty,
yes,
I'm doing my best here.
So am I, by the way.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Okay. Coda, how do you think that the sea and the sand and the fog and the forest feel about each other? Huh, Coda?
Well, I don't know that I've ever thought about it before, but I think that the sea and the sand are like, are kind of like lovers, right? Like they have that kind of intimate relationship. And
actually, Coda, let me stop you right there because the sea and the sand are actually siblings.
Oh, well, I don't know. Oh, okay, I don't.
But you're not wrong.
Nesty, I don't. Maybe you shouldn't ask me these questions. I clearly don't know.
Because, actually, let me cut right to the chase here. The sea and the fog are lovers, Coda. Lovers.
Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, okay, I guess I can see that.
And Coda, that's why I need you, Coda. I need your help.
Okay.
I need you to be my avatar, Coda.
Your avatar?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why me?
because of your exemplary balance of board and water.
Okay, yeah, that checks out.
That's why I chose you, Coda. And now you're chosen.
Sure, okay, that
And
makes
we
sense.
had some good times, didn't we, Coda? Last year, good times.
I mean, why don't I remember that?
I don't know. To be completely honest, I don't know. You may want to go to a doctor or some other human healer.
Okay, all right. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I'll do that.
Listen, Coda, you have to find Fog, okay? Fog is gone, Coda.
Where is Fog?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, how do I find it?
I honestly don't know how to tell you that, but I can't do much from here, Coda. I'm kind of the water, Coda.
Okay, all right.
So I'm kind of stuck in my own my bad hombre, Coda.
That's it's fine. That's
I need my beloved Coda. So just remember, sea and sand, fog and forest. And also, I can tell that the balance is pretty out of balance, especially tonight, Coda. So I figure, why not give you a boon?
okay.
I'll turn it over to the game master for more details. All right, thank you, Nesty. Thanks. Shout out to Nesty, everybody. Coda.
Let's hear for Nesty.
Yeah, let's hear for Nesty. That's that might be a wrap on Nesty there, but
Sorry,
Coda, you wake up. Oh,
Okay,
go ahead.
I'll wake up.
You wake up.
I was just gonna say the fact that there was a right answer to what is the relationship between the sea and the sand and the fog and the forest just 100% got me. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. The fact that you
Look, there's lore, okay? There's lore. I promise.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh god.
Go on.
Oh god. Coda, you're gonna get a boon here, and you're gonna get a choice.
Okay.
First of all, you're gonna get your essence. Your essence refreshes. I don't know if you spent any yet, but
I
it
didn't,
refreshes
but
right now.
yeah, I feel refreshed
Okay, that's
nonetheless.
cool. You feel very refreshed. So, you're gonna be able to. You can ask to. Okay, you can do one of these three, and you don't have to do them right now. These are holds. You can ask 2 questions that Nesty can talk to you about sometime, or you can have 1 hold that you can spend at any time to get +2 ongoing for the rest of that scene for your rolls, or you can have essentially a weapon for 1 scene. That's a tidal wave.
Oh wow!
It's a harm 3, knocks things prone, area of effect, and it gives you 2 armor during the move. Oh no, you can only use that once. That's a one-time weapon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pick a boon.
Okay. Well, so I have, and I think I used this last time. I have a move called Dissonant Whispers, which is entreating the ceaseless whispers for guidance, which I feel like that sort of plays into this idea of asking questions of Nesty.
I think that might replace that boon.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds like because I'm modding. I'm doing homebrew here on a system I've never played before, so
For sure.
Sounds like Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's that is a similar sort of thing. So maybe that can upgrade my dissonant whispers a couple times or something.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, I guess the question is,
should I
do you
pick a
want
different
that
boon?
kind of boon? I was thinking maybe pick a different boon.
Okay, I can pick a different boon.
Yeah.
I think I think the other boon I would take is probably the +2 for a scene. I can just
Nice.
I can
Right.
supercharge. I can go Super Saiyan for a scene.
Yeah. So take a Super Saiyan hold.
Okay.
That you can spend on any scene. So Coda, you wake up, and you see a mass of writhing, threatening, massive living trees. I mean, a lot of trees are living, but these are really living. These are really animated. In the floodlights, the living room, in the floodlights from the excavation, and they're coming your way. And with that, I want to cut over to LJ.
Okay.
LJ, could you tell me where you are, when you are?
Oh, wait, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I should tell you.
I can
I should
help with
tell you
that
where I am.
too.
Yeah, I can. I mean, so when this is what I know already. I got a chance to. I had a chance at the end of last game, or near the end of last game. Effectively confirm the timeline that I thought I was on. Confirm the vision that I'd had of a timeline where I'd made some sort of deal and kept the invasive forest at bay, and I found out that deal was the seagulls, and I basically rejected that deal. Instead of saying yes, I said no, and this is a break in the timeline. It's a break from everything. So I guess I could be where I was in Greaves's office, but I don't think I am. I think I think it's dark and cold.
Ooh.
Like I think that it's really dark and really cold, and I'm sort of scrunched up all of a sudden.
Oh, okay.
And I if you want to, anytime you want to jump in, you can. But that's what my instinct is. That's how I'm starting out here, and with a and I think panic for a second, right? Because a second ago I just hung up a phone, and then on that click, suddenly everything is dark. I think I kick out, and boom, there's sort of I see I kick out at something, and I see a panel give, and I see sort of neon lights, and I'm in the freezer. I'm in the ice cream freezer.
Oh.
Okay.
I can now see light coming in, and the tubs of ice cream are around me. And I think I'm gonna probably, I don't know. I think I'm gonna probably get out of there. And I'm in the ice cream shop. There's back there in the back area where that one gummy worm tub usually is. I think it's knocked over. I think I probably set it straight, but yeah, I'm like I think I'm. That's as much as I know. Tell me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. So you're still there. So then you're on the boardwalk. You weren't there for when Greaves. Yeah, so you haven't seen the very latest, which is that the forest is now active at night. But you can hear coming in through the windows the sound of that going on, that whole situation. The gulls are also active, agitated.
Okay. Do I
Yeah.
still have? Was Mindbird in there with me, or is Mindbird elsewhere?
I think Mindbird did not come with you because I had thought about asking when you like randomly teleported to the telephone office if the bird came with you, but it sounds like it didn't. So I think because the bird
Yeah.
wasn't with you at the time, the bird is not with you in the freezer. But
That must be a little
after
upsetting to Mindbird.
it might be like at the outside of the window of the shop and like pecking at the glass and kind of at least having sense that you woke up.
Okay. Okay, very cool. So like so Mindbird's out there and I can hear you said I can hear the sounds of the forest. That's what I'm sort of hearing.
Yeah, you can hear the trees crackling
Yeah.
and crickling and destroying and so on.
Yes. All right. Okay. I'm coming out here with real so like that's bad, right? It's very bad that the trees are out there and they're all around. But I think that the first thing that I do after I sort of get some of the ice off me is I wave at Mindbird and I say hold on, and I open the door, and I've got really, my feeling is my energy is very Ebenezer Scrooge on Christmas morning right now. Despite how awful everything is, I'm pretty happy right now. I'm looking for someone to talk to. I'm looking for my friends. I'm looking for somebody to talk to.
Okay.
I think that probably the first thing I do is say to Mindbird, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Where's Coda? I have to tell him. I look at that. I look over the trees too. Like, oh, that's bad. That's terrible. Where's Coda?
I think Mindbird can try and lead you in the direction of Coda.
Is Coda in this plane? When Coda got knocked, is like.
Oh, I think I woke up like actually on the beach. Did I make that up?
Sure, you are back on the beach. Okay.
Yeah,
I think so.
You woke up in front of the invasive forest.
On the road, or because the invasive forest had kind of crossed over.
Yeah.
I think.
You're within whacking distance of it because it whacked you.
It did. Okay, yeah. So I'm back where I was when I got whacked, which is pretty much at the construction site, like on the road.
Yep. Yeah, you're at the construction site. That's where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think Mindbird can lead you there.
Okay. Yeah, that wasn't that far, was it? It was all sort of on the beach.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
Pretty much. It's the same venue. Yeah.
But but what else is there near Coda? I guess if I'm going back, I'm rushing towards Coda. I don't know if anyone else is still there, aside from the invasive forest.
Mindbird might be able to there's another gull in there with Jake Lopez who has started making phone calls.
Okay.
And so that Jake's apartment is like right near you, so there's a possibility that y'all might want to party up.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna go over. So Mindbird, you're leading me first to Coda.
Yeah, it sounded like you expressed that was like who you expressed interest in finding. So that's where Mindbird takes you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up. Coda, you're awake. You're waking up. Where
Yeah,
are you at?
I'm groggy, but I'm like coming to. Are the trees like moving? Are they rushing around me? Are they moving across the street? Is it a stampede?
The trees are waving and waggling and stuff, and their forward movement at the ground, like where they're planted, is slower. It's like they aren't uprooting. They're it's more like, well, this isn't exactly how trees work, but whatever. It's like
this is how invasive forest works.
Trunks.
So.
Yeah, like branch trunks are kind of like erupting out of the earth, like close to the base of the trees, and that's how the trees are sort of like creating forward movement. And then as they do that, some of their branches in the back are kind of like quickly dying off. So they're doing this quick cycle of growing and dying closer and closer into the.
I see.
And also, and I should say, like at a net, also they're sort of like increasing, and they aren't just moving overall; they're also like increasing in forest mass.
Got it. And we managed to stop the construction crew from totally tearing up the road. Is that creating any kind of impediment for them, or are they?
Oh yeah, you did. Or did you? Wait, I thought that the.
We managed to like stop the main machine because I think Coda like
Yeah, you did.
I exploded it. I
yeah, you did.
it.
So there's still like a bulwark against the trees.
Yeah.
So you can see them. You can see them struggling to crunch through the asphalt.
Okay. All right. Well, so then I'm kind of on my hands and knees because I just got whacked over the head by one of these swinging branches, and I want to avoid that. But I'm also kind of backing up on the asphalt where it doesn't seem like they can go. And LJ, man, where'd you go?
Coda. It didn't happen. It didn't happen the way I thought it was going to.
Okay.
I was sure of it. I was sure that we would make the deal. I was sure that these would stop. They didn't.
No, they didn't.
It didn't happen. No, they didn't. You know what this means, right?
No.
We're in control. We can do what we want with our time.
Okay. I want to stop the trees. Wait, how do we do that?
Well, we can stop the trees. Certainly, we should absolutely stop the trees. But more to the point, Greaves does not need to win.
Okay, yeah. No, he doesn't. Greaves doesn't need to win.
We'll come back to that later. Stop the trees first. How do we do that?
I don't know. Do you know where the fog is? Because maybe that can help.
Fog?
Yeah, I don't. Well, so I'm gonna take a second now. Actually, now that like I'm conscious again.
Yeah.
There's usually like fog in the morning, right? There's usually like a what's that called? That
fog.
weather effect, that morning fog over the coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has that, did we have that this morning? Like, have I seen fog? I don't remember when I actually returned. How many days has it been since I returned from
like a few days? It's been a
few days. Okay. So in the last few days, has the weather been normal? Have we been getting like cloud cover in the morning?
Yes.
Okay.
The weather has been normal.
So I don't know, maybe we have to wait until morning, and then when the fog comes in, it'll like chase away the trees or something. I don't really understand. Something about hippos.
You sort of have your own thing going on.
At this point, you both realize something that I also just remembered, which is that Greaves is there too.
Yes, Greaves is there. Yes, Greaves just signed his like thing.
Yeah, and he signed the thing, and then he got like spooked by just how overwhelming this forest was.
I forgot.
And he like fell over and has just been like staring wide-eyed. He's not unconscious, but he seems just kind of going through it right now. I just want to throw that out there that he's like maybe 10 feet away.
So he signed he signed like an order to make the trees do this. Is that like like a book he has, or did he summon a scroll from thin air, or like what is the physical manifestation of this order, and can I steal it?
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, all of his orders and ordinances have physical, like they're
Hmm.
kind of like scrolls. They're parchmenty. Yeah. Um, and he seems to just whip out the parchment and the quill from his
It,
pockets.
this feels like a good time to bring up the fact that in failing to change time, I got a fracture, right? Like in failing,
Ooh,
like
yeah.
yeah. So one of the things that I know happened to me is my anomaly track, and my fracture is and I think when I see Reeves, like this is probably gonna hit, right? Like I think I missed the fact that Greaves was there somehow because I was, so into
Yeah.
this idea of being able in control of my own destiny. Um but but I am now obsessed with um a thing that's been guiding me for a while is thinking that all my visions have to come true. And one of the horrible things that I saw was the bureaucracy taking over everything.
Yeah.
And I am now obsessed with I'm a little obsessed with the bureaucracy, specifically with preventing the bureaucracy from gaining power. I think I now have this overwhelming desire that could get in the way. The way that I think that we talked about doing this is the way that an obsession works is um, can pick one of my roles that's a fractured role that sort of gets messed up and can either
Mm-hmm.
cause extra trouble or gain me experience when I do it. And I think I'm picking save your skin for that. So basically, like if I'm taking advantage of an opening to run, hide, or otherwise evade danger, instead of doing that normally, I have to sort of overcome my fracture of being obsessed and
Oh, that's good.
being a it's basically gonna make me reckless in those
Yeah.
situations. So I don't think that that's like applies right here because I don't think there's a lot of danger from him, but I think it probably does mean that I am probably when I see him like sort of stunned and waiting for him to make the first move, but probably not going to act totally rationally.
Got it.
I am definitely gonna act though. I will make the first move, which is
I'm right. I'm
I
excited.
will attempt to steal the thing that was signed to put the trees in motion.
Okay.
Make those
Do you want to
trees
roll
move.
something for that? You
Yeah,
want to pit?
sure.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. I mostly leave the decision of moves to all y'all because you kind of just pitch it to me.
yeah, let me go find my list of available moves here. What is this? Face fear, attempt something risky in the face of fear or danger. Does that seem?
Yeah, that sounds good.
That seems like a thing that I can do. Which is a pluck roll. Okay, let's roll 2 dice. They are a 5 and a 2, which is a 7, and I have a +2, which is a 9.
Wow.
So on a 9, that's still a middle.
Okay.
So I attempt something risky in the face of danger. On a 7 through 9, the GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
What the? Okay, this is. If you roll a 7, the GM will do one of 3 different narrative design tasks. Okay.
And that is kind of how Powered by the Apocalypse works. Like that's what the game is.
Okay. If you roll a 10, the GM will create a character arc. Okay. Okay, Gulls. Why don't you pick which of those three you want? That will help me out.
Okay. Let's say.
My favorite was when it's like a truth and a lie. It's like Jesus.
Let's say hard choice.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with the one that's top of mind. Greaves snaps back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh.
Your gull or gulls, let's say, I'm assuming that like a few of you sort of dive bomb him.
Yeah, I think it's the beach flock is sort of working on this.
Beach flock dive bombs him. One of them wriggles into his jacket and grabs the offending paper. And begins to pull it away from him, but he catches onto it. So now he's laying on the ground, all like dusty and musty and muscled up, scrungled down, and he's holding one end of this parchment, and the seagull is holding the other end of the parchment. And this work? How does this work?
Do I get to like? I can't get it away from him unless we like rip it and see what happens.
No, it's weirder than that. It's maybe I don't even know this yet. His other hand reaches into one of his pockets, like of his pants pocket. And there's something in there, you know, it's like Bilbo, it's like what's in my pocket. But what happens for you is, remember Scrunglebird?
Yes, the other birds do know what happened to Scrunglebird because we are all connected.
Yes, you suddenly Scrunglebird is visible in your mind once more and being squeezed against the giant crystal gull underground. So you get the sense that the harder you pull on this parchment, the more Scrunglebird is being sort of mushed.
Oh, no.
And there's kind of a hostage situation going on there. Because he's being squished by red tape, remember?
Yes, that's true.
This complicates the fact that my instinct was to, as they're pulling that in two directions, try to cut the thing in half with the big de-icer blade.
I mean, hey, if that's it, you said that now. You just said
sounds
that.
amazing.
You can't unsay that. I vote for that.
I know,
yeah,
but
do it.
I'm Team Scrunglebird, but you know.
Well,
but
I mean,
OJ doesn't know shit.
Yeah, and it may. Who knows? Like, it may be the tugging that's the problem. Maybe if you split it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Go for it.
Yeah, could be. Is that
So maybe we like have a hold of it, but we don't want to pull it enough to actually get it away from him because it's like, you know, causing the collective harm. But we also kind of don't want to let go, so it's just sort of in limbo, like halfway between us right now.
Lee, this feels like a face fear to me. I'm attempting something risky in the face of fear or danger. It doesn't feel like. Does that sound right?
I think that is true. Although I do want to pause for one moment and say, Jamie, could you turn on your noise crisping again?
Got it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, Just 9000. Thanks for that. We are. We've got. Yeah, it's part of the.
Yeah, we're working on my audio. Great. Let's see.
It's under construction. No pun intended.
Wait. Where's the crisp? Okay.
I think you got to scroll way down. Also, Sean B, you may want to consider
better. Same.
I think there's less noise. We hear it's a little. it's a little sanded down. Your voice is sanded down a little bit, perhaps a little too far, but that's not it's not bad. This is how it was last time now.
I'm gonna bump Jamie up 50%.
Yeah, you can bump Jamie up too.
Okay. All right.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you for letting us know, Jess. All right, so I'm gonna face fear plus flux, so that's a +1. Oh, a 5, and hey, I got a 10.
Oh, okay.
Which is sort of I'm not sure I want to. As a human, I'm not sure I want to accomplish what I set out to do because I'm scared for Scrunglebird. But I guess I'm trying to cut this contract in half, right?
It's almost like it's a hard choice.
Like as a player, I don't know if that is good, but as an LJ, I'm very excited about cutting this contract.
It's very important to honor the LJ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what? So you accomplished what you set out to do.
They both go comically flying backwards in either direction with half the contract.
Okay, so wielding your giant ice scraper, you slice clean through the contract.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think about. And Greebs falls back with the force of it. The gull
tumbles through the air a little bit.
Tumbles through the air. God, what the hell happens?
It depends on how your magic system works.
Yeah,
I know it really does. And sometimes it's like part of what I try to honor here is like first thought, best thought sometimes, and I cannot ignore sometimes when it just says to me, because I thought, in those old ads, they would have like, so you don't like a contract you signed, just tear it up. And it's like, that only works. And it's like, I was always like, does that work? And my parents were like, no, because it only works if there's only one copy of it. And then so
but
I just thought,
signed this.
So there is only one copy.
And you know
of
what?
It.
And then what my brain said is he didn't file it in triplicate.
It's true, he didn't. He did not.
Got to get back to the office to do that.
He didn't file it.
Mistake.
In triplicate. So you've torn it up, which means that I think the bureaumancy, it falls back on the previous established rules, which is the previous order that was made.
So the forest is active, but not at night.
Saying that the forest is only open from 6 to 6, and that was order 6 to 6. So God, congratulations. Also, the thing that Greebs was manipulating to harangue Scrunglebird comes out of his pocket. It falls out of his pocket. And I don't know what that is. Chat, what was in Greeb's pocket? If you reply fast enough, you might be able to influence things here. Otherwise, players, what do you think that was?
I was gonna go with tiny voodoo doll version.
Like a gift shop seagull. A gift shop seagull. Yeah.
But it's not that. But to be clear, it's not that though. It's something that he uses to. He's not manipulating the gull directly. He's manipulating the red tape. So it's some kind of bureaumancy, like. What do they use?
It's a punch card that you have to like use a little hole punch to, like one of those voting slips. Got to punch a hole out every time you want to make something happen.
Oh my God!
But is it a gull specific? Like, is this
It's not gull specific. This is like.
Oh, it's like he's got a remote control for the city.
Sure.
For the red tape.
Yeah, it's like what do you use? Let's whittle it down. What's like an office or bureaucratic thing that's just like, fits in the palm of your hand that would be the kind of thing that's used? Like, what's the equivalent of a wand for a bureaumancer?
I don't know why I'm picturing a tape measure, because it doesn't actually line up with red
tape measure. What about like a 90s style pocket calendar, like digital calendar? like one of those like
A BlackBerry.
unnecessarily digital like office tools that's just like
a
here's
PDA?
your calendar,
like a Palm Pilot.
Yeah, but there was a time in the 90s before like cell phones where you could have a PDA that was extremely specific in its usage. It did not allow you to do a lot of personal digital assistanting. It just sort of had one function. And also probably a calculator because everything had a calculator.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Sean, and we may use that in the future. I also love everything that people said in chat, lanyard, clipboard, and so on. But I gotta go with rubber stamp.
All right,
it's the rubber stamp.
Rubber stamp.
He's like, I don't know what he's doing. He's like inking it or some shit.
Is it one of those rubber stamps that like it has different things and you like click it around and it has like different.
He's dialing it in. It's like dialing. It's like an alethiometer of a rubber stamp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah. So he was like dialing in, and it's just like weird runic like sigils. That was awesome, Lothar. Thank you. Okay, so that rubber stamp, that overly complex geared rubber stamp falls out of his pocket. And Scrunglepird.
Well, Scrunglepird
makes a sound of relief.
Oh. Well, I don't know that, but does everybody see it fall out of his pocket? Does he know it fell out of his pocket? Can I make a grab for it?
Yeah, I think because I said it out loud, everybody knows.
And Scrunklebird makes a sound of relief far, far away.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Far in a way that LJ, you and I probably can't discern.
Yeah. Yeah, the other gulls know though, and the other gulls are very eager for that stamp to be not in Greaves's possession right now.
Okay. The forest was gonna threaten to do something, but it is now actually like chilling.
It's closed for the night.
Yeah,
it's closed.
Closed down.
It's off. It's off the clock. It's punched out.
Solve your forest puzzle.
You solved my forest puzzle until 6 a.m.
Yes.
But at 6 a.m., see, Coda's mind is working because at 6 a.m. there's gonna be fog out here, and like that's gonna do something.
I think
it's a good point.
Turn to Coda, look at the forest and turn to Coda, still very happy. Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, neither did I. Can I grab this thing that seems like it's probably important?
Yeah, you want to pitch me a roll on that?
Yeah, I want
because Greaves also wants it.
Is there something in this game that's equivalent to the help action where I can like do something?
Yeah, there is.
There is. So you can spend your essence to give me help, or I can spend my essence to give myself help.
Spending essence always reminds me of like Dr. Strangelove, where he's like our I don't know, precious bodily fluids.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help you out to make this roll by like distracting Greaves while you go for the stamp.
Okay, so it looks like Gulls, you're gonna mark a harmony, which is your essence, and then Coda, you're gonna roll 3d6.
I'm gonna roll 3d6 on. I think it's face fear. I think I'm doing something risky. It could also be maybe like a hoodwink because I'm trying to take it while Greaves is distracted. I don't know what you think.
Hoodwink is lie, mislead, or trick, so I don't think because that's like fooling someone. I don't think that's unless
like I'm trying to take it without him noticing it.
Yeah, it's a physical.
The book did say that a lot of roles will be face fear.
Yeah, I think that is true. That is kind of the go-to.
So I think it's probably that.
All right, I'm gonna face my fear. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Well,
Discard.
shit. That is
Oh,
an
no.
8.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay.
better than
Still a
a
hit.
bad. It's a hit. Um,
I'm enjoying the thing of you tell me which of those three weird
yeah.
options.
So I'm trying to take his little doodad. I don't really know what it is, but it seems important.
Yeah.
Worst outcome, hard choice or price to pay. I mean, I think I'm always going to choose hard choice.
Okay. Hard choice is good. I'm just making a note here. Greaves has a rubber stamp used to. Sorry, I'm just like. I gotta stop adding stuff to the game. Okay, hard choice. Okay.
I mean, you could do the it could be gulls or the stamp again. Like the if Greaves grabs one of the gulls, it could be the option between like helping the gull or getting the stamp.
I gotta tell you, Lee.
All right.
I really like the idea
good.
of putting one of my friends in danger. So if there's a way that this could go in that direction.
I got it. I mean, Kyla, that's really good, and that's actually like, I was laughing because a moment ago there was a hard choice that involved a gull being threatened, and now
There's
you're
a
going
lot
for
of
the
gulls,
thing
is the thing.
that was used to be threatened. You're going for the thing that was threatening the gull. So yes, of course, what's going to happen is he lets go of the half of piece of paper, and this time he grabs a gull.
Which gull?
Greaves he goes, "Ah!" and he grabs a gull out of midair and is just like holding it in his like. He's like trying to put it in his like suit coat. Like he's not. He's kind of. He's not
Flustered.
like perhaps. He's perhaps a bit flustered because he is trying to put like a gull into his suit coat as in a threatening way.
Okay. My hard choice is that I'm gonna allow him to threateningly abduct a gull, so that I can take this thing that he had, and I get to mark experience for that. So.
Sounds good. And I'll just type Greaves inventory equals +1 seagull. Enter.
I mean, the seagull's gonna struggle mighty hard in that coat. Do I get a roll for like fight for your life or whatever?
This isn't like a named gull, right? This is Gennaro gull.
This is an unnamed gull.
I think that's actually up to Kyla, which gull this is. Unfortunately, Kyla, due to the roles that were happening before, narratively, because it was a hard choice, that means that the gull has successfully been
smothered into the coat.
It's like, yeah, I guess it's in there now.
Okay. I think as much as I don't want to, I think like for game balance reasons, it does have to be a narrative character gull. And so I'm gonna say that because this was a decision made by Coda, it's gonna be Coda's gull, so it's gonna be Frosted Tip's gull.
Okay, that does hurt.
Ooh,
that does
hurt.
The one thing you wanted, your connection to the gulls has been.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my nihilist shell is shaking a little bit.
Your candy shell, your chocolate candy
shell.
But you did get, presumably that means you did get the stamp though.
I did get the stamp, yeah. So I have a rubber stamp.
You have the artifact.
You have
Feels like
Greaves' rubber. Okay.
We've collected 2 of the Horcruxes, I think.
Yeah.
The stamp and the and the walkie-talkie. Right?
Yeah.
At this point, because there's not enough going on in this scene,
Oh yeah, Jake Lopez. What's
Oh,
Jake
God.
Lopez. Now,
Jake.
Now, Seagulls, this was your role to rally this faction, so
Yep.
I want to actually for you to tell me how the community shows up in this moment.
Well, I mean, we've already had them. We've had the mob show up in the past with the like axes and chainsaws, right? Like that
Yes.
happened in a previous one. I wonder if there's any way we can like escalate that, because like they've already faced the threat once, and now like they have sort of someone who is a little bit more in charge of the community, making a concerted effort to call specific people. Is
Mhm.
there
Mhm.
maybe like somebody who runs the company that rents the like construction equipment that can come with like backhoes and other things that could like do serious
Oh.
damage to the forest and like really peel it back?
Yes, especially because like I think Jake like knows who that person would be. Like he knows whose equipment that is out there.
Yeah.
That I destroyed? Sorry.
I mean, I don't think he saw you destroy it.
No, he didn't.
No, the ocean
But
destroyed it.
you
We've
can still be
established that.
That's
sorry.
true.
It's
Yeah,
That's
weathered by
true. It
water,
was-
not human hands,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. And what do you want them to do? Because as I recall, when you rolled, I think that you chose they will do exactly as you asked.
That's
So
right.
what's your request to them?
I mean, like the goal is to try and prune the forest back into its normal boundaries.
Okay.
Right. So, pulling up any of the trees that are like uh breaking up the road and, like further in and doing whatever can be done for that. I don't know if they may have to trample Grebes a little to do it. Not necessarily literally, but also literally if you want.
Sure. So I think let's cut to like 10 minutes ago. Jake Lopez is looking out the window with this gull on his shoulder or whatever. Or no, because then he has to look at the gull's there too, and he looks at the forest and looks back at the gull, and he says, "We got to get some people to trim this forest back to its original shape."
Hell yeah.
And so he makes those calls, which means that now, uh, on the road, turning from deeper in town, onto your stretch of road there, is a mini convoy of let's say 4 or 5 sort of like Tonka truck pieces of heavy machinery. Can you let's fill those out. I'm going to say that one of them is a Bobcat, like the one that we saw, but this one does have treads.
Yeah, one is definitely a backhoe for sure.
Okay, I got to look up what a backhoe is because that's also
It's
just
the one
really
with like a bucket, like a shovel type bucket on the front and like the crane grabby hand on the back.
The backhoe loader, the excavator.
Mm.
I'm thinking back to when my kid was 2. I knew all these.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the backhoe is similar.
My nephew went through that
but
phase
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one of those can be that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can we So if I see this coming, I kind of want to grab LJ and meet Jake's eye and ask, like, Jake, can we hole up in the coffee shop?
Can I say that one of the can I say that one of the trucks is a saw truck, which is a machine specifically designed for removing trees?
Yes,
Ah!
that is. In fact, there could be 2 saw trucks.
Hot damn.
Actually, I'm sorry, there can't be 2. There's only 1 in town. Small town.
Yeah, it's a small town.
Uh,
But yeah, no.
Bobcat.
Not to interrupt, we can also go hole
South
up in
the capital of California.
Okay. Can you tell me that one more time there, Coda? You want to?
I want to ask Jake. I want to grab LJ and go hole up in the coffee shop, which is named Kuffel. Kuffel.
Yeah.
Kuffel.
Yeah, he sees, like, if there's one thing that Jake Lopez knows instantly and psychically, it's when somebody wants to go hang out at his coffee shop.
Yeah,
So
right.
he wordlessly, he just ushers you over there, and takes his massive jingly ring of keys and opens the front door and sort of throws it open.
Okay.
In fact, and then he says, "Yeah, you guys hang out in here. There's an internet computer. I'm gonna go talk to these guys."
So I'm not going quite yet.
Okay, all right.
I want to definitely say, like, 1 minute. And by the way, where is Greaves right now? Greaves fell over. Like, what's going on with this terrible vice mayor having fallen
Greaves-
over and had his rubber stamp taken from him?
Fallen over with a seagull in his coat. The struggling
So
seagull.
he fell over, grabbed the seagull, and is like sort of been out of the picture a little bit since then. But I'm very focused on Greaves. I feel like I've got to get a, I want one more
Greaves.
jab at Greaves.
You look over and see that Greaves is pawing at the ground feverishly, trying to find his rubber stamp.
Mhm.
Perfect.
And then he is bathed all of a sudden in the headlights of these 4 construction vehicles. And it's not like he's getting killed here, but he does do a sort of no, like, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what his.
Okay, so he's knowing. He's not literally. He's not getting run over. He's knowing the fact that he can see his plan crumbling. Right, like,
Yes, exactly. There's
Okay.
He's metaphorically getting mushed right now.
Okay,
I would say
I-
he's not having a good day.
I'm gonna get a metaphorical and not a literal kick in and lean over him before I go and say, say, you think the speech is yours? You're wrong. You're very, very.
Not gonna try and help the gull, huh?
I guess I could.
Oh,
I
that's
don't,
right. There's also a gull in his.
Is there?
It'd
There's
be
a
hard.
goal in his pocket.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Why not? Like, should like probably
I mean, it does potentially put you in danger. I'm not saying you have to do so.
I mean, yeah, it puts me in danger, but I would absolutely, I would absolutely be like, my whole thing, I think, is probably putting myself into danger when I can take the bureaucracy down.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll try to grab. I'll say that. I'll say, like, you're wrong. Yeah, like,
Hell yeah.
it won't work. It won't go. It won't go well for you. Excuse me, and I'm gonna reach into it. And I'm gonna reach into your coat. Yes.
Okay. You want to roll for that, but he's not going to like that because that gull. That's the last thing. That's the only thing he has left, like in this life.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Oh no, he also has his phone, right? That's on his.
He probably does have
Yeah,
a
I'm not
phone,
gonna-
Yeah.
I'm not.
He has a few objects. I
So, I
want to
mean,
stop adding objects if I can.
Presumably he has his life and like stuff he can do if and when he gets back to City Hall.
Well, I know. I'm just right. He has other. It's not. It wasn't literally this. This is all he
Okay.
has. Like it's
Yeah,
just in this moment he finds
Yeah.
himself like
It's the only victory he's eked out in this
it's the,
scenario.
I was laughing
Yeah.
at Randomino's comment.
Yeah.
so far, Gavin. This is a 1980s movie where the kids have raised money through a surf competition to save the beach from a developer. But instead, kind of.
Kinda.
kind
For
of.
this villain to be going down so hard. He really hasn't done enough to deserve this. But yeah, let me roll to face my fear and pluck the last thing he owns, a living seagull, from his coat.
This is madcap at this point. This is madcap.
It's true.
I got-
It's true.
I got an 8. I got an
Okay.
8 here. So
Why don't you tell
worst
me what
outcome-
happened?
hard choice or a price to pay for
Fuck.
reaching into his. I mean, like,
All right, pick one. Yeah,
I mean, to
pick
me,
one of
it
those.
Feels like so. Here's my question. I'm gonna throw a question back at you.
Okay.
Which is this a normal coat?
This is a old-fashioned suit coat.
Okay, but it's not like in any sort of there's no
Extra dimensional
like
storage.
pocket weirdness in this coat. This is a normal coat.
It's a normal double-breasted
It
coat.
appears to be a
So the
normal
seagull
coat.
is a big
I mean, is it
without,
even?
without interior drawers. There's not like an interior filing system in here.
Oh God!
okay.
I mean, shit. They're No, nope. I
Okay.
already said it was normal.
Okay,
I'm
you
not going
already
to give
said
him
it
more
was-
stuff. I'm not giving him more stuff. No more inventory items. Somebody cut me off.
Yep. Yeah, a worst outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. I'm trying to think of what in reaching into someone's normal coat and grabbing out a seagull, I succeed, and yet, I mean, I think that the most obvious thing to me is the seagull. Like, the most obvious thing isn't that interesting, which is the seagull has no idea what the hell is going on, and like is the most obvious thing is getting bit.
Well, so here's a
severely by
potential
the
here's a
seagull.
potential hard choice if you want.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I missed something. I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me if you want a hard choice or if you want a whatever the other ones were, and then I'll tell
price
you
to
what
pay.
what you
So-
do.
I think in this case, for me, I actually don't want a hard choice. I think I do want a price to pay.
Yeah, you want to guarantee that you get the bird, but you're willing to give something
I
up.
want the bird and something, and this is not good. This is not good in some way.
Yeah.
Doesn't quote.
Yeah, you get the bird. Yeah, you do. I'll go with what you said. You get the bird beak first. You take a harm because the bird
Okay.
is on your arm.
hard
Spitting
snap
rhymes.
of a bill from like so like bleeding hand from a very gross one of the grosser seagulls.
Yeah.
We'll have to get
Yeah.
that looked at eventually. Okay, got it.
Exactly.
I can deal.
You-
Okay, so I guess moving on, right? Get the bird.
You
the
got the
second
bird.
to last thing that this guy has.
Yeah, the bird,
and
Yep.
the
head
bird does
back.
not stick around. It flies off immediately.
Okay.
That sounds about
saw
right.
the saw truck fires up its saw and starts and takes a mighty swing at the trees. Oh yeah, I don't roll anything.
You don't roll stuff.
And it cuts away a major swath. Let me make a note. And you almost hear the trees. It's almost as if you hear the trees like screaming.
I'm so glad I'm
Yay.
not there.
I
I'm
shouldn't
not
be
there.
laughing at that.
The forest hippo is not happy.
No. So that did some harm to the forest. And then what's cool is that the logs that were cut off, the backhoe picks them up and then it puts them in the bucket, and then that kind of drives it away. So it's like you see these trucks just working in harmony. It's like perfect.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And we're looking out the window of the coffee house at this point.
Well, okay, so I got to the coffee shop before LJ.
Yeah.
and I'm going to take advantage of
Greaves,
that.
LJ, Greaves is running after you as you head toward the coffee
Oh.
shop. Because what else is he gonna do?
Okay. I don't know what else he's gonna do. I don't know. There's
He's
okay.
seeking cover. He's basically seeking cover.
He's seeking cover. He was trying to get to the coffee shop as well / first.
Well, he's like sees you. I assume what's happened. Like he's his plans have unraveled, so he's now trying to just not be outside for this situation.
Yeah, especially because I'm sure there are seagulls like dive
Oh
bombing
yeah,
him.
that too. Yeah, you got to think about the fact that this guy is essentially threatened by all of y'all and the seagulls and the forest and the construction equipment.
Yeah, that definitely puts a damper in my plan of contemplative conversation with Coda about how the forest like didn't know what it was doing. Doesn't seem like that's on the table if Greaves is racing me to the coffee shop.
Well, it's like he's stumbling along behind you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you could try to lock him out.
You could.
Well, I guess I think that. I mean, I'm still obsessed with.
Can you
so
try to lose him?
If he's
What does he
stumbling,
say?
if he's stumbling after me,
he says, "You taken everything from me."
Whoa.
His voice. I swear, his voice is gonna be.
That's not what I expected him to say.
No, I'm sort of surprised, but I think I said. No. Yeah. What? This. You've done so much more than this. I saw it.
So much.
This wasn't your plan.
Wait. But my plan? You don't know my plan. And yet, you've thwarted it completely. I don't understand who you are, where you come from. Well, I know who you are and where you come from, but I don't understand. How did you become this thorn in my side? He's gonna race you for the door.
Okay.
He
okay, so he's running. He says
scrambles for the door.
Pushes me over and scrambles for the door to the coffee shop. Because if he gets to the coffee shop first, then
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, do I care? Do I care if he gets to the coffee shop first?
Oh God, I just realized who Greaves' voice model is. Fuck. All right.
Is it Doc Brown?
No, it's. I don't know if I should say.
That's all right. You don't have to.
I won't say. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. So I like. I mean, I will fight him for the door. I mean, why not, right? It makes more sense.
Yeah.
So is this a fight for your life? Are we pushing over? Or is what's at risk like falling on it? Like, what is this?
I think fight for your life is if you're trying to inflict harm.
Oh, I guess it's to save your skin. I guess here's what I'm not understanding. I'm seeing this as like there are trucks chopping down the trees, etc. But there have been intimations. So this is just maybe you can help me get this. Like, is this so chaotic that we are like in a lot of danger just being out here? Is that why he's going for the door?
He's in a lot of danger out here because the gulls are also after him.
Okay.
And
so you have
the
to
community
imagine
might be too, right? Like
yeah. Everybody's after him right now. You gotta because for him it's kind of like it is for you, except also the birds.
Yeah, this is okay. I mean, okay, I'm flipping on this. That I'm trying to just like this was a lot quicker than I expected to catch the car. If that makes any sense. Like I was expecting it. Like I'm obsessed with taking down the bureaucracy, and this guy is basically like taking down the bureaucracy.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
you and me both.
yeah,
I make these plans between sessions, you know.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the bureaucracy is a faction. It is
That's
not
the thing is the
free.
bureaucracy. So I think that what I want to understand is I do want to get him inside, and maybe I want to I have more questions for him. I think that I'm not fighting him. I'm like let's all get inside because I think what I really want to know is like, are you not in charge? Who's in charge? Who's the one trying to make all of this happen? Like that's what I want to.
I forget that y'all don't know everything I know.
No, I'm going to. So I think that when he says like I'm the thorn in your side, I've ruined your plan, and I say this plan is so much bigger. I'm gonna start peppering him. Maybe we should have this happen inside though, because like
Well, let's just start with a roll.
okay,
Let's just roll
assess
a thing,
reality. It
yeah.
feels like I mean, this is either sway or assess
Oh, well,
reality.
what are you doing? What are you?
It's
What are you doing? What are you trying to do?
I mean, it depends on this. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I
Yeah.
was saying like this was your plan. No, there was so much more. What like are you not in charge of the plan? Are you not the one trying to wrap everything up? Are you not the one that made it so that everything on the beach was completely locked into place? I thought that was you. Isn't that you?
How can you know? How can you know these things? But of course you know. How else would you be everywhere I look, taking everything I have? I hardly have my phone anymore. And he picks up the receiver and is waving it around.
God, it's so tempting to take that fucking phone.
And then he gets this wild look in his eye and he says, "The beach. You say everything wrapped. Tell me more. What do you know? What have you seen?"
Okay, at this point, I'm stepping back and I'm saying, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to happen. Actually, yeah, like if you feel like I'm gonna put it up to you, if you feel like I should need to roll to do something, that seems like the smarter move to if you feel like I should like the obsession would complicate that.
Roll if it's something that a normal person couldn't just do.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like it's pretty obvious.
What are you trying to do?
All I'm trying to do is like alarm bells are going off. Like
Okay.
like I no, I think I should.
I mean, it's a weird conversation.
It's a weird conversation.
Yeah.
And now I'm just going to go with what's interesting. I'm going to go with what's interesting, which is not doing the smart thing, and which is giving into my obsession. And he's asking me about this plan, and I'm saying like, well, I know, like I know what I saw. What I saw was rule everywhere, all across the beach. Everything was every single possible motion that you could make, everything that you could do was required a form. Someone fell down and they were assaulted with forms and paperwork. It was horrible. It was it was everything that the beach shouldn't be. And that's you, right? You did that. Like I don't know, that's
Dear
what you're.
God. The unified theory of paperwork. It was only just a dream. I never thought that it could be real on this beach. It would be beautiful.
Oh, no,
Thank you. Thank you.
No. It won't happen.
Why?
I can stop it.
What? Okay.
The things the ice cream shows me, they don't need to happen.
This is so much bigger than the gulls, isn't it?
No.
Did we just become friends?
Maybe? No.
Very well. He dials really quickly something on his rotary belt phone and holds the receiver up to his ear, and you hear it. I don't know if you can hear it ring.
I saw something else. It was not what you thought. It was different than that. Wait, it was different. It wasn't that.
Sort of. He's trying to listen to you, and he's also listening to the phone.
Whatever
line.
you think you thought I saw, it wasn't that. It was a normal beach. It was
you gotta roll hoodwink on this one.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I think that sounds like an intentional failure.
That's kind of you to even let me roll hoodwink on this one. That's a hoodwink. Oh, good. It's plus cheek, and I have a -1, so that's a 6. Which is that's just reality. I would be very disappointed if the dice went that another way.
Okay, so
on a miss, you find yourself caught, trapped, or in otherwise hot water. Wait, is this hoodwink? Yeah, I guess that is hoodwink. I am trying to trick somebody.
I mean, it could also be sway, I suppose.
I mean, it's higher stakes than I was expecting to be caught in, but I didn't think it was. I thought there was zero chance he'd buy it, but I think I did this to myself. So
Okay.
What sort of hot water?
He's listening to you talk, and he's holding a phone, and he says, "Now." And LJ, from behind, you are quickly wrapped up in red tape.
Oh, shit.
And behind you, Silver Julius in his nighttime outfit.
Wait, what's his nighttime outfit? I need to know this.
Describe.
With his gleaming silvered fedora and silvered amazing suit, vintage suit, says, "Let's wrap this up."
Oh, damn.
And now, yes, you've been immobilized. You can still talk and say the confusing things. Actually, no, you can't do that. He's gonna red tape your mouth because Greaves is gonna be like, stop him from talking. Like, I never wish to hear a thing ever again that this one says. He says these things that I don't wish to hear. They confound me, Julius. They confound me.
Is Mindbird wrapped up too? Did Mindbird get out of here?
Mindbird's gonna
fight for your life, I think.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see. Let's roll that.
Can I spend another essence to roll a third one on this? Because they care about LJ. They want to.
I think you can.
Push yourself.
Those are the rules of the game.
I'm pushing myself on a fight for your life roll here.
Okay.
Okay, discarding the lowest, which was a 1, gives me a 6 and a 4, which is a 10, plus 2, I think.
Oh, shit!
12. So,
okay.
yeah.
So
what is such a success.
So in fight for your life, in addition, so on a 7 to 9, you and your enemy inflict harm on each other as established. On a 10 plus, you get to choose an extra effect. My extra effect is going to be take something from them. And that take something from them is going to be LJ.
Oh, take LJ. I thought you were gonna take their phone. The last.
No. I'm gonna try and get. This is to try and take LJ back.
Okay, so you're still gonna get. Okay.
I'm still gonna be harmed. I still used an essence, and I still take an additional harm.
And you are going to
probably
be
on
harmed.
Mindbird. But I am also going to be harming probably Julius if he's the one who's controlling this thing.
Exactly. Let me find him. Did I Oh, there you are, Silver Julius. Ooh, he's already not doing well.
Oh, was he harmed earlier?
Yeah, you all kind of scuffled. So actually what's going to happen is well, a fleet of gulls dive bomb him, attack him, pecking and so on. He takes off his fedora, which is sharpened.
Yeah.
Swings it at the gulls more expertly now. He's not just sort of waving it in the air anymore. He knows who he's fighting, and he does deal 1 harm to you. And the gulls like chew him up a little bit, and he falls down onto the ground, and is just like kind of like covers himself basically. And in doing so, he loses his focus on LJ, and the red tape that was just surrounding you falls away and becomes that kind of oily substance that you saw earlier. The oily red sort of residue as it falls onto the ground. Reebs, seeing that Silver Julius has fallen to the ground, runs over to him and kneels down to tend to him. And you see a look in his eyes that makes you very hesitant to go up against him at this moment. And you see him visibly sort of swearing revenge on you again. But there's also a twinge of he's unsure about what his entanglement and relationship with all of you is and what it means. And maybe there's something deeper about the fact that you continue to seem to come up as a thorn in his side.
I've gone from, I've gone from feeling like, this drive to, I'm scared now because I've just clearly done more harm than good, and my entire intention was, so I'm going to the coffee shop. I don't want to continue to entangle myself with Greaves. I've done enough harm by trying to do harm.
Yep. And the birds are gonna sort of escape rather than take more harm as well, because they can just fly off, so they don't need to be in the coffee shop.
Okay.
Unless you want to like grab the wounded mind bird on your way and bring it with you.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely. If I sort of assumed that Mindbird was near enough by, I'm definitely gonna. I would like to take Mindbird with me. Is that a challenge?
I think if they're just, it sounds like they're distracted. We've each committed the harm. We've each taken the harm that we were going to take. So, I mean, unless Lee, unless you feel differently, it seems like you could just scoop it up and run.
Yeah, you can just scoop it up and run.
Cool. I'm scooping it up. I'm running for the safety of the coffee shop, where Coda has been waiting patiently, I guess.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not patiently.
Yes.
Furiously. Coda, especially since he has an opportunity before LJ gets there, because he's not sure how LJ is going to feel about this, but Coda wants to try to practice a little bureaumancy.
Okay.
Oh, with the stamp?
Yeah, Jake said there's an internet computer here. Is there a printer? Are there can I grab a piece of paper?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So I'm gonna grab a piece of paper and I'm gonna like write on it just as quickly as I can because I don't know. I think everybody's just like right at my heels. I'm gonna write on it like the vice mayor is not permitted to enter any coffee shop in Blue California, and then I'm gonna stamp it.
Okay.
Oh, you got the stamp.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your. You have stuff about meddling with strange forces, right?
I can embrace chaos. Do you want me to embrace chaos right now?
Yeah, that's a good one. I thought you also. Do you also have special coda stuff?
Coda's got well, I've got the whispers. I've got those dissonant whispers that I can beseech for advice.
Yeah. So this is going to be embrace chaos, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna embrace some chaos here. I got a +2 on this, and that is a 9, so that's 11 on my embracing of chaos. On a 10 plus, choose 2. You gain a clear understanding of the power's source, effects, and motives, and you briefly wield this power's effect. So I want to understand what is it that this stamp can do, and I want to use it to my own ends.
Out of
a clear understanding. Okay, Coda. You look at this stamp, and it's got like it's a fucking desk stamp that has like. It has like multiple gears to it. It's like it's like technical. It's a technical stamp, and you look at it and you see these strange sigils and entropic kind of runes, and you're like, oh, that's funny. These are like both like very orderly, and there's also some chaos baked into them too. That's such a weird thing, and you're like,
pretty weird. Yeah,
well, I just have to set it like this and do this, and then it'll work. And you start to realize there's a tiny moment where you're like, it's like, this stuff, this language, but if you stopped to think about it, you couldn't really say how.
Okay.
It's like, you're like, oh, well, we just learned this growing up. But then you're like, did we?
It's like the order of adjectives thing.
Yeah, it's like the order, exactly. It's the order of adjectives. It's like, oh, well, we all know, Yeah, we all know this.
Big Red Barn.
Big Red Barn. So you know how this thing works, and you know that it works, which is why when you stamp it on there, you know that you've successfully created an ordinance that prevents the vice mayor from entering any coffee shops in Blue California. And you better hang on to that ordinance because it's not filed in triplicate.
It's not. Okay. All right.
That's gonna suck for his secretary. Gonna have to get him a lot more coffee now.
I can't believe you took away his coffee privileges. That's so. Who's the villain?
The worst thing we've done to him.
Who's the villain here? Oh, Lord.
Really got nothing left.
Yeah.
And with that, LJ, as you reach, you're going for the coffee shop, right? Am I right about that?
Oh yeah, I'm going that. I was going for the coffee shop. Yeah.
So as you reach the door of the coffee shop, you hear a bird. Not a gull, just a bird, and then you hear another bird singing. And it's just the first birds of the morning. And the sun has started creeping up, and it is it's casting its rays from through the forest, and everything's very quiet and still. And there is sort of that first mist of the morning. It just smells nice. And you look out and you see like, the tree cutting crew just peacefully sort of cutting these trees in the early morning, and the forest is looking pretty tidy. And then you just see like the sort of broken road. It's like, oh, there's a broken road. That'll get fixed. That'll have to get fixed. And then you see the vice mayor, and he's leaned over Silver Julius, leaned over this man who's laying and clearly in distress, clearly in need of medical attention. Jake Lopez actually has run over to those guys, and he's got his cell phone, and he's says, can we get an ambulance right now? I don't know. I think he was attacked by birds or something. It was really strange.
Jake.
Okay.
And and you just take a moment to notice that it's just kind of a nice day, just kind of a nice morning.
Interesting. And
Weird.
It's 5:59 a.m. Is that what we're like? It's morning now, right?
Shit.
It is morning, but do you have a watch or something?
Well, they're in the coffee shop, right? So is
There's
there
clocks
like a
in the
clock
coffee
in the
shop.
Yeah, it's 6:05.
Oh.
Interesting.
And the forest seems content.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's almost more disconcerting than it is.
Sure is.
Interesting. Yeah, that's. I mean,
that's a good spot to end it.
I was gonna say, where's the butt? Where's the like?
There's God, how to put this? There's something about the way that I'll tell you why the forest is content. The forest was set loose by bureaucracy, by the bureaucracy, and you see now that even though the community, when rallied, did some violence to it, you might say, in the form of chainsaws and saw blades. But what you see across from you now is a sight that is both incredibly common, but somehow also miraculous, which is members of the community working together and pruning and maintaining a forest.
Oh.
And you see that whereas in the night was ruled by entropy and bureaucracy, and this morning the tide has shifted. And you get the feeling that once again things are in balance, if only for today. In Blue, California.
Nice.
And Coda sort of like nods knowingly, looking out the big glass windows at the sunrise and all of the stuff going on. He goes, "A different hippo's hungry now."
Yes.